Hello friend, let us talk about another topic today. The topic which we are going to deal today is the yoga philosophy. This earlier we have talked about the liberation as the separation of Purusha from Prakriti. So now we are going to deal with the yoga philosophy. So yoga philosophy, there we are the outlines of that points is that explains the main features of yoga philosophy. The features are there: practice, discipline, and meditation. Okay, the next, the mention the 8 limbs of yoga. The yoga have a different 8 types of parts. That is yama, restriction, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So and then mention the 5 affliction that cause suffering. This suffering, there are 5 causes of suffering: ignorance, egoism, attachment, aversion, and fear of death. And then explain the concept of God as a special Purusha who is omnipresent, omniscient, and free from affliction. Okay. So first that there is in the main yoga philosophy practice. The philosophy is a branch of Hindu philosophy that aims to achieve the liberation from the circle of reward and suffering through practice of yoga. So now the yoga Hindu philosophy, they believe that circle of life, you will born and you will live a life and you will die, and after that, after you die again, after life again you will live reward. So this is the life, the cycle of life. This is talking about the liberation. This you are taking birth again and again, and how to get liberate from this. And we have a suffering into our life. So how do you get liberate from those suffering life? This is can be achieved. The suffering life can be liberated. How? When you practice the yoga. So that's why here. So yoga philosophy has 3 main features. There are so many features there. So mainly we are going to deal with the practice, discipline, and meditation. So in the practice, especially we practice yoga. Yeah, right. We are practicing yoga. So yoga philosophy emphasizes the importance of practicing yoga as a means of purifying the body and mind. So mainly when we go to the yoga classes, what do you do? We practice. There are so many asanas, so many pranayamas we do practice. So why do you practice this yoga? To purify our body, our mind, our thinking, our thought process, and after purifying that you can attain a state of harmony with the universe. So means you can purify yourself, your mind, body, and live a life happily. That is the practice of yoga. And yoga practice consists of 8. For practicing yoga, you can practice the yama. Yama means ethical restraint. What is good, right? So that one will be discussed. Niyama, personal observance. Then asana, physical postures. Pranayama, breath control. Pratihara, withdrawal of senses. Dharana, concentration. Dhyana, meditation. And samadhi, absorption. So here we will see discipline. As a discipline, this yoga philosophy teaches that discipline is essential for overcoming the attachment and desire that bind us to the material world and cause us to suffer. Discipline involves following a moral code of conduct as a yamas and niyamas while we cultivating detachment, self-control, and devotion. Discipline also requires following a gurus. Okay, we can guide your aspiration for the part of yoga. So now in this practice, okay, we are practicing breathing exercise, right sitting, right postures of your body. But in the discipline, what we are following what is right, what is wrong. We are following that code of conduct. We should not go morally against. We should be a very good character, good person. Okay, this is uh, teaching that niyamas, yamas. Okay, this thing. Yeah, how to detachment with the things, and self control, how to control yourself, and to be devotion. So there, especially in discipline, we need a guru. We need a spiritual teacher, so that we can follow the we can become a yogi, right? There we especially need guru in discipline. So next is meditation. What do we do in yoga classes? We do meditation. Okay. So in here, the yoga philosophy regards meditation is the highest form of yogic practice. Or although in yoga practice we have seen that there meditation, there are so many 8 forms of yoga, right? So basically here meditation is the highest form of yoga practices. Why? Because it leads to the realization of one's true nature as pure consciousness. So if you practice yoga or meditation form, I'm not talking the breathing exercise, meditation. So you will realize your inner potential. You will become more conscious about surround of your things, about yourself, about your thought process, about your mind, about your everything. Okay. So this meditation, because it follows the Purusha to become awareness, to control yourself. So meditation involves focusing on the mind as an object, such an object like mantra. When you do meditation, you have to chant something, you have to like something, you have to imagine, you have to do breathing exercise, something, and gradually within from all external distraction. So to make you totally emptiness of your mind, this is the meditation. Meditation enables yogi to experience a state of bliss. Once you do meditation, you can practice at home. If you do meditation, what do you feel? You feel happy, you feel peace, you feel unity with the Supreme Reality. You will feel very happy, you will feel peace of mind, right? So this is the yoga through main practices. Here mention the 8 parts there. So now we will see one by one. You have correctly mentioned this yoga niyama, this thing is which is ultimate goal of yoga. Okay, which is kaivalya. Kaivalya means isolation. Sometimes these questions are repeated in uses in an exam. Which kaivalya is what is associated with Buddhism, yoga, or Sankhya philosophy. Which one? Now this Kapila is associated with the yoga philosophy. Okay. So then each have different system. Each part, this yoga, different parts have different purpose and different function. Let us see yama. Yama is the ethical restraint that yogi should follow to avoid harming oneself and others. In every religious, there is saying that you should not harm others, you should be thinking about others. So yama also this is. So we should be ethically very good, morally good conduct. So we should not be, we should be think about others very good, positivity. Okay, we should avoid harming others. We should not only others, for oneself also, because sometimes we think negativity. Okay, negative. Sometimes people are doing suicide. Why? Because they are not under yama. Okay, and once they should not harm oneself. Okay, then they includes ahimsa. This yama also associated with ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence, non-violence towards others, and satya, truthfulness, truthfulness to yourself, to others. You should be honest towards yourself. And astya means non-stealing. So we should not steal others' thing. Yeah. Brahmacharya means continence or celibacy. We should be brahmacharya. And aparigraha means non-possessive. We should that one should be possessiveness. This area is mine, only this house is mine, this universe is mine. We should not be like that. So yama practices, when you this following yama means it is very good. We should not be this, not harming others or harming oneself also. So now niyama the personal observance. Observance is that yogis should practice to purify oneself and cultivate positive quality. This includes swacha, cleanliness, santusa, contentment, tapas, austerity or discipline, and sadhya, self-study or scriptural study, and iswara, pranidhana, surrender to God or the highest power. Niyama is yama also very important. We should be non-violent, truthful, but on the other hand, cleanliness. We should be cleanliness, such in our mind, in our thinking. Sorry. Now, santusa. Santusa means santusra. That means we should be contented. We should be happy. We should be satisfied. What we have, then we should be always cultivating positive quality. We should be happy what we have. And tapas means we should be very disciplined, austerity, purify, and self-study, spiritual study, or surrender to God. So here, it is a very, if we can practice it, it is very good. But study is okay. Now positive quality we can positive some vibration we can give ourselves. What we have, I am happy with this. I have good person. You can build your positive quality by studying moral story or religious book or religious videos. Okay, this positive, cultivating positive for purifying oneself. Okay, and next is the asanas. Asanas here yogis should perform, strengthen or balance the body and prepare it for meditation. Now in asanas, we say asana in Indian terms. They are these also help to regulate the flow of prana means vital energy in the mind and calm the mind, body and mind. Asanas can range from the simple to complex depending on the level of proficiency and ability of the yogi. Okay, asana. Suppose you want to do asana. Now asana, some of the exercises are there. So they should be learned simple to complex means slowly and gradually. It has a different layers. Each has a different steps asanas. So all the asanas are very important for individual to strength and balance your body and mind. Okay, so when you have a unstable mind, this one I will do, this thing happening with me, I can control myself, this why this happening me. So when you do the asanas, this somehow you can control your mind. You can come down to your mind or bodies also. So once you practice, you will understand that it is theoretically okay. So on the other hand, pranayama. So in the beginning, what do we have? Yama, niyama, asana. Okay. Now here pranayama. Pranayama means they have control of breath. Then yogi should practice, regulate or harmonious the prana in the body and mind. Pranayama involves various units of inhalation, breathing exercise, taking exercise, taking breath, inhaling and exhaling, and throwing your air from nasal. Inhale, exhale, and retention and manipulation of the brain, and keeping those taking it, giving in your retention and manipulating, and slowly you are sending it. So pranayama can enhance the health, vitality and mental clarity of yogi as prepare them to deeper states of meditation. This breathing exercise also very helpful for our health. Pratyahara is a vital withdrawal of senses from the external object of perception and attraction. So this pratyahara is somehow very difficult. So because you will not have any distraction while your those senses. Some person they goes to Himalayas, some yogi, they practice. They are not feeling any that cold or anything, right? So they are feeling that this yogi. So how? Because they have practices the pratyahara. This pratyahara helps the yogi to detach from the distraction, temptation of the world and focus on inwardly of the object of meditation. Now sometimes we are can be distracted with a material object or some beautiness or some temptation. Those if you practice with pratyahara, you won't be enchanted or tempted by those things or any worldly things. Yeah, pratyahara also helps to control the mind, emotion, and which are influenced by the sensory output. Sometimes when you feel too cold, you say, ah, it's too cold, I cannot tolerate. If it is too hot, you say, oh, fan, I need something, I need to take where I cannot control, I need shadow, I need air. Why? Because at the time you have a sunshot and have the striking, stimulate yourself. No. So that's why pratyahara, you need pratyahara. And dharana, this is concentration of the mind on the single point. You have to dhyan means mantra, you have to do mantra, symbol and breathing exercise. So once you have to be dharana helps the yogi to stabilize and sharpen the mind. On the single point, on any single object, you have to think in your mind only one point. This is usually scatters and restless. When you are scatters mind or restless mind, then we should dhyana. Also develop awareness and mindfulness, which are essential for meditation. So dhyana, dharana, then dhyana, then dhyana. In dhyana, meditation or contemplation of object of concentration without any distraction or interruption. So here dhyana, we have to be very dhyan. Concentration. Dhyana is a state of uninterrupted flow of attention. Your attention should be fully focused on one, and you will be fully aware where you are standing, what you are doing, what you are thinking. The thinking is right or wrong. All your thought process you are controlling the thinking. Suppose you are working somewhere. Now, if you are dhyana, means your concentration. In what way you are working, how many persons are surrounding you, you are full there, and in which way you are working, in front of what are the things are there, in backside what are the things, you dhyan, your concentration in working also. So dhyana leads a state of mind, bliss, peace and joy as well as inside of one true nature. Okay. The samadhi, last is the samadhi, the absorption or the union of the individual consciousness with the universal consciousness, or the object of the meditation with its essence. Samadhi is a state of transcendence where all distinction between subject and object, self and others disappear. Samadhi is the ultimate goal of yoga, where one experiences liberation from all bondage and suffering. So samadhi is the last stage where you are making united yourself with the individual consciousness to universal consciousness. You are at that time you are not only stick to yourself, you are universally thinking or conscious or aware about the things. Means you understand yourself, you understand others, you understand the subject, object, material object. Okay, this is the last stage. So, and there are 5 afflictions are there. So let us understand this. Ignorance, avidya, means you are not knowing anything, or knowledge is very less. The root tools of all others affliction. Yes, it is a lack of awareness of our true self, which is pure consciousness, purusha. Instead, we identify ourselves with our body, mind, ego, which is the empowerment and subject of chance. We also mistake the temporary for the external, and impure of the pure, and painful for the pleasurable. So now, this ignorance sometimes, what as a human being, we think about we always desire or longing for that which is can be achieved for a very hard work, or cannot be achieved. Okay, always we are thinking for that. Now suppose you are doing job. Okay, you are doing job. Now you are going coming every day, same routine. Now you are doing everything. So sometimes you will feel frustration in your job. My lifestyle is this. I have to go office. I have to work. So this lifestyle I don't like. Or if someone taking vacation, or you have seen on their picture, Instagram, their status. Now you are comparing yourself. Yeah, their life is so good. My life is not that much. Now you are having everything. You are not appreciating your life. You have a family. You have good mental health, body, mind, everything. So there, ego will work, competition will work. Now the impermanent, which is not permanent, impermanent things you will think about this. Why? Because you are not appreciating, because of your ignorance. You have to be, uh, you have to be thinking yourself, the positivity, the self-satisfaction, those. When it is possible, because when you have a pure consciousness about yourself. Okay, this is because of ignorance. Egoism, asmita, is a false sense of I or mine that arises from ignorance. When you are talking about only I, mine, this, mine, why with me? When, why not? This is only mine, this thing's only mine. Happening with me. This egoism. This coming from the ignorance. When you are ignorant, this egoism will come. We create a self-image of ourselves that is based on our physical appearance, social status, achievement, opinion, preferences. So this, why it's happening, this affliction? First is the ignorance, okay, for ignorance. But this is suffering is coming from that. When you have egoism, I have a good person, I have a physical appearance. Why others are not appreciating my physique? Why my others are appearance not appreciating my beauty, my body, my figure? When others are not appreciating my social status, I'm a good person. Why they are not calling me in this and that? Achievement, in achievement also. Oh, I'm a professor. I'm a teacher. I'm a banker. I'm a PO. I'm a manager. Whatever service you are doing, then you are thinking that achievement. Oh, I achieve. Opinion, my opinion should be accepted. My opinion should be accepted by all. Preference, I should be preferred. I know. These are the reflection. When you have this kind of egoism, you will be surely suffering. So we should be away from this. We should be aware. We should be conscious. We become attached to this self-image and depend on that again. And in threats or challenges, we also compare ourselves. Yes, that earlier we said. With others. It may be job, it may be wife, it may be husband, it may be children, it may be family. In various parameters we have in compare ourselves. Right? In study, my friend they qualify, I am not qualified. My friend they have a good wife and baby, I don't have baby. They have this and that. Their family is good. They have a good house. They have a good facility. This and that. Everywhere we can compare ourselves. But comparing is a different parameter, different dimension is having. So we should not. Why? When we are comparing, when we have egoism, egoistic mindset, feel superior, inferior, based ourselves. When you are feeling, yeah, I don't have this, they are more superior. Yes, I have a superior. I am the only one. When you feel I am inferior, nobody's talk to me and I am nothing. Nobody is. This egoism. So you will be suffered. So ignorance, we shouldn't be ignored. We know everything, but still. So let us learn. This egoism should not be there. Then attachment. Attachment raga. This is also very important. Attraction or desire for things or object that bring us pleasure or satisfaction. Yes, now you want to have that satisfaction of any things or object. We cling to observe people, experience or ideas that make us happy and try to possess them or repeat them. We also become dependent on them for our happiness or suffer when we change or disappear. Now, this attachment maybe with the object, maybe object means something you are attached, eating the things at home. This, if you are attached with this thing, I'm at home, I'm eating this thing very happily. This I'm using this, I'm comforting myself with these things. Then also attachment. This you will suffer. People surround. Maybe you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, or you have a family members, or you have the parents. With parents you have two totally attached emotionally closely. So if suppose your parents expire now, or your wife expire, or your boyfriend expire, or whoever your friend circle expire, whoever expire, your grandfather, grandmother, whoever, then you there is attachment. You have attachment means you will suffer. Experience. I have a good experience in that those days. We have family circle. We have my friend. We have experience and enjoy picnic. This roaming, have these ideas. So those attachment will make you suffer. So we should not be possessed with those things. And if our happiness is depend on the others, when you if you my phone receive others, I will be very happy if no one is responding in my status, on my status, or which I have on my WhatsApp group. So you will be this you will be suffering. So there your this one the attachment you should not be detached always those things. Next is the aversion. Is the repulsion or hatred of for things that bring us pain or dissatisfaction. Now sometimes we have experienced the things we don't want, right? And we hate the things, or now we avoid or reject the object, people, experience, or ideas that make us unhappy or try to eliminate them or escape from them. We also become angry or fearful of them and suffer from when they disappear or persist. Aversion in here also sometimes object we reject, avoid, we don't want to accept it, but you have to be there. So we their aversion. People we don't want, we hate, we get angry those person. We don't want to see their face. Still you have to be there. You have a bad experience with those person or maybe situation, you have to be there. So you will be unhappy. You will be suffering. So you have to be accept that. So this is the aversion. When we have aversion is that means we will be suffering. And next is the fear of death. Avinisvesha is the deepest and most universal reflection. Yes, it is an instinctive clinging of life and dread of losing it. It stems from ignorance to true nature, and which is external, eternal and immortal. And we fear of that because we are attached to our body. Yes, we are attached to our body, ego, which are mortal and perceivable. So in this five, last one is fear of that. We don't want to, we want to live a life for a long time, right? When we think that I don't want to die, I want to live a life for a long time. Our parents should be live for many. We should be accept it. It is universal. It is what once we but taking birth in this earth, we came to earth, we have to be died. We have to lose our life. Once you understand this, we will not have this fear of suffering. Okay, suffering, affliction. So, and the next is that explaining the concept of God as a special in Purusha. Here, the concept in their yoga philosophy, their concept of God is then Purusha here. Yoga philosophy is practical experience but to attain liberation from the circle of rebirth and death. Yes, if you understand, according to yoga, God is not creator or ruler of universe. Rather, is supreme soul that is eternally free, omniscient, and all source of all spiritual guidance. Now, in Hindu religious or any other religious or any, I'm not specifying any religion. Now we are thinking that God is the creator. God is ruling the universe. God is everything. God can do anything. But in yoga philosophy, it is not that. God is the supreme soul who is controlling the soul, making free from the bondage. It is omnipresent everywhere. It is omnipresent. Spiritually guidance, spiritual guides only. This, so God is, according to yoga, God is not creator. And special Purusha, two main characteristics that distinguish him from ordinary soul. Okay. So ordinary, you are not ordinary soul, you are understanding your yoga. So omniscience, God is specially Purusha possessed on unsurpassed Shita omniscient, which means that he knows everything that is past, present, and future, everything that is possible and impossible. Yes, possible, possible something you can gain. Impossible, you will die. You cannot become that immortal or eternal life. Yes, this is impossible. So there's omniscient. And freedom from affliction. Freedom from, you have to understand this body, mind, and ego, and those sufferings. Then only it is possible. So there, God is a special. Purusha is never affected by any affliction. So if you understand that God is something which is never affected by those affliction, five affliction we have. So he is fearless, immortal, and does not experience any kind of pain and sorrow. Okay. So these are the things. Okay. Thank you. Next we will discuss Vedanta.